You know, research shows that men and women, husbands and wives, moms and dads approach parenting very differently.
Yeah, this is why I am so delighted, for instance, for our boys that they have a mommy and a daddy, because they need that rough and tumble play. And I cannot bring myself to do it. I am way too protective of
and we
them.
do karate in the living room, and we have our wrestling matches.
I have to leave the room sometimes when you're wrestling because it scares me. But they live for those moments.
They
That is
love it.
the absolute truth.
Yeah, now there is a line that you can cross when it gets dangerous.
Because you've got to have fun and you've got to do it in a way that, you know, I wouldn't necessarily choose, but you have to do it in a way that's responsible and respectful.
Yeah, and in a way that your spouse understands. I mean, if he's doing this in any way to kind of get at you, that's not healthy.
Or if he's just being oblivious to the developmental risks of a little,
Absolutely.
the fragility of a little
Yeah,
life.
and throwing an infant up or anything like that
So,
is
I mean,
dangerous.
we've got to have checks and balances, but recognize that he will never approach it in a way that makes you completely relaxed and comfortable, and your children actually need both of those styles.
And recognize there is value in that rough and tumble play as long as it doesn't
Within
cross that
limits.
line.
Yeah.
Exactly, because your children do need that, and they won't get it necessarily from mom.
The best way I know to influence your husband on this issue is maybe to consult with a book or something that can maybe give some guidelines, so it's not you being the reference, but it's an expert that can really give some guidelines.
Even a pediatrician.
That's
when you
right.
go in for the annual physical. Or
Absolutely. Ask the doctor, hey, when we play with the kids, do you have any limits you place on rough? You know, what about this or what about that? And let them respond.